welcome back to Coconut Brick Studios. I'm super excited for today's video because it's mock time finally. Now, building and reviewing LEGO Star Wars sets is definitely a lot of fun for me. However, my favorite thing about LEGOs is definitely making my own creations. So I'm really excited to finally have another mock to show for you guys. This one is called Scouting Patrol on Kashyyyk. Wow, I forgot the name of my own mock. And it depicts some scouting patrols on the planet of Kashyyyk. For those of you who aren't familiar with Kashyyyk, that is the home world of the Wookiees, Chewbacca being probably one of the most famous of the Wookiees. Unfortunately, he's not in this scene. However, I do have some other Wookiees and some awesome new building techniques and building styles and minifigures that I'm really excited to show you guys. So let's jump into the mock. As the title suggests, this is a scouting patrol on Kashyyyk. It's two scout patrols. As you can see, there are two different walkers. This is kind of one patrol here, and then we have another one over here. So what I kind of wanted to do was have them kind of meet here in the middle, and then one group's going off this way to check out over here, just to see what's going on. So yeah, I'll take you through a few details of the mock. I had a lot of fun building this one, especially because I tried out a lot of new techniques. First thing I want to look at is the river. I had a lot of fun doing this. It's all snot technique, so it's all pieces laid on their side, as you can see right there. I really like how I was able to make it look like it was winding its way through the jungle. Initially, I wanted to have it be pretty big, but I decided that this size looked good enough. So over here, we have the other side of the riverbank, and I tried to get this one to have a lot more foliage and growth than this side, because this is kind of the more traversed area where the animals and Wookiees come to get water and just where they travel to and from on their roads. But over here is kind of a little bit more wild. So I tried to give it a more wild look. This is my sad attempt at a tree. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of brown pieces, and that's definitely apparent with this tree because it looks pretty bad. Because Kashyyyk is such a green and lush jungle, I wanted to make the majority of it green. However, I did put a layer of brown running along the sides of the river just because I felt like a lot of the leafy overgrowth would have been stripped away by the speed and strength of the river. So that's why it's brown there and then kind of more green as you get further up. So these two clone troopers are following this Wookiee across the river. As you can see, this guy's already halfway in. He's got a little bit of water pushing up around him, and there's some water there behind the Wookiee. This guy is about to go in as well. I put a little path right here. This is kind of where animals come down to drink or to cross the river. So as you can see, the ground's been beaten down and all of the bushes have been removed. Oops, lost a bush. So moving on to the road, here we have the meeting of the two patrols. This Wookiee right here is translating for these other clones, where his buddy is taking the other patrol just to kind of scout out the other side. So they're going to wait here for a little bit. This is a custom heavy rifle I built for this clone trooper. I built it a long time ago, but I really like how it looks, so I decided to put it back in this mock. Goes right there. The road itself took a little while to build just because I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted it to look like. Initially, I had thought of a smaller and more windy road, but I ended up doing kind of a wider, more traversed road, and I think I like how it turned out as well. You guys are all familiar with these walkers, I'm sure. I've reviewed them. They're the new 20th anniversary Clone Scout walkers, and I'm excited to have two of them in my mock. I was going to do one new version and one of the old versions, but it just looked better if I had two of the new Clone Scout walkers. So here was probably the part that took me the longest to decide what to do and to build, because I didn't really know what to put back here. I had the idea for the river and the path pretty early on, but I knew I would need something else. And because I don't have a lot of brown pieces, I wasn't able to put more trees in this mock, which is a real shame because, well, Kashyyyk is really well known for its trees. So I put this giant boulder or rock formation, and the front of it is where most of the detail is. On this side here, you can see I've got lots of vines and stuff on the face, and then over here we've got some more vines. We'll get to that later though. I want to show you guys what I put in the back. I wanted to spice things up a little bit and add a little bit of fun detail. So on the back here we have a very small cave with a skeleton and just a pile of treasure, maybe a smuggler or some kind of rogue Wookiee from a bygone age. Kind of got holed up in here and, well, it didn't really make it. Over here on this side we have an ancient idol for past Wookiees. As you can see, you've got little stone steps that were carved out of the face of the rock leading up to this old idol. This is the stand from the Sith shrine on Vader's castle, so I just popped that in there and then stuck this little golden dragon thing on top. And right here, we've got some rock detailing. I feel like it turned out pretty good. I'm excited with the way it looks. I wanted to give it a kind of natural and weathered look. Over here, we've got a couple of smaller boulders. This one's been covered in some moss and stuff. So because I didn't have pieces for big giant trees, I ended up going with these little kind of spiraling trees. I got the idea for this spiral from another YouTuber I watched called TimothyTube. I was watching one of his mocks and he had some trees that looked similar, so thanks for that inspiration, TimothyTube. And yeah, that's pretty much it for most of the details of the MOC. I'll give you guys one last look at it. I had a lot of fun building it, and I'm probably not going to take it apart anytime soon just because it was so much fun to build and I really feel like it turned out really good. But of course, as always, I want to know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. If you guys have any questions or anything you want to know, feel free to let me know down there. As always, if you liked the video, make sure to hit that like, and if you're new to the channel and you like what you see here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you'll be notified of all my great future content. But until then, happy building.